Because we were so far away from the camera, you really can't hear much besides when he takes off or snorts, so I'm just going to talk through. He's kind of worried when I do anything new or approach with my hands raised, so, here I'm a little teapot, and when he looks at me and he softens his eyes, like, stop doing that. I used to approach always at the shoulder and his neck and let him smell me. But now that we kind of have he checks that out, he is curious. Now that we kind of have a relationship going, I do put myself at some risk. I trust him, he trusts me. I trust him to be who and what he is. He still will blow up and run past me when he's scared, but I don't mind that. I just don't like him to fight. Kick, strike, bite. So here I am again approaching him. You'll kind of see how I catch him. We match steps. When he gives me notice, an ear or an eye right here, and softens and is like, hey, I'm interested, I stop moving and show that I acknowledge that. So I don't leave. I just take a step back when he starts to react. And I'm not cornering him against the panel. This is the same exact way we do it out in the open or in the middle of the round pen. Then I start at his shoulder. We just started touching his hips and his back and his stomach and areas behind his shoulder in the last week and a half. And it's taken him this long to get comfortable with the shoulder touching, so. I don't always leave his lead rope on in the round pen. I do take his lead rope on and off, especially in a stall now. But I knew we had to go back in soon. This was a half hour in between lessons. And this is nothing important. I just wanted you guys to see how cute he is up close. Here's where you can really get an idea of how I go about catching him. So I reset up the camera. This is towards the end. We've been doing a lot of desensitization with touching of the legs and the stomach and back with the whip. And that's how I started touching his front end too. I just reach out and scratch him with it until he relaxes. So here you saw I approached from the back end and he looked at me, and then I start to walk up. I raise my hand. I come closer. Okay, he's letting me scratch him. He loves having, well, right here he was nervous. I think he knew I was going for his halter, but he does love having his throat latch area scratched. He'll kind of lean into it. And then I'll take a step back and see if he'll keep his focus on me. He is not as big of a fan as about being touched on his left side, so we always start on the right and work our way over there. You'll see that I kind of step it up and do annoy him a little more in the next clip. I work on touching him on both sides, no matter where I'm standing. So this is catching Easton. It takes me about, 3 to 5 well-intended minutes, when it took, an hour the first time. And he does lead, but he prefers me out in front where he can watch me. Here, it's the same thing again. I went to check on the camera. I have no whip in my hand. It's just all body pressure. I'm aware of my eyes, and if I'm staring him down or if I'm looking casually past him, which is what I'm doing here, I'm looking out the door of the arena. Because they're aware of all that. They're very aware of the intention. So I'm letting him know I want to be next to him, but I'm not coming for him. We start at his favorite place. You can see he's still always suspicious, even after a month of this. He knows that I'm going in for that lead rope. And this catch rope is a lot shorter than his first one. But he leads pretty well. He steps cautiously. I think a lot of that comes from stepping on the rope. All you have to do is turn around and look at him, and he kind of sits back. Here, I'm not doing anything. I have no intention to do anything but stand on his left side with that hand up. Doing anything on his left side makes him uncomfortable. So when I see that he relaxes a little bit and allowed me to do that, I put my hand back down. I'll wait till he stops. Just hold it. There we go. I went in for the ears. First, we're still iffy about the chest and the girth area. In the beginning, I would not stand or get in front of him. He hasn't struck out in a while, but in the beginning, when you would go to reach for that rope or a leg, he would rear up and strike. Getting some back scratches. Touching the leg. And he'll let me touch the front and the back of the front legs. I do not touch the back leg with my hand yet. He is starting to lead closer to me. And I always lead him on the left side now. He's not a fan, but that's normal for horses, so he'll have to get used to that. Today here, I had started on working on lowering the head to pull pressure. Kind of cathartic. They have to be semi-relaxed to have their heads lowered in a grazing position. I start teaching it. And bringing the head down when the horse goes into a worry mode, that can kind of help them relax. So here I am touching, his right cheek from the left side, reaching under and over places he can't see. I do not punish him for fleeing. He actually likes to play with the barrel a little bit. So here I pick this up again, just because when we start from the front where I know he's comfortable, but the plan is to work on the backs a lot today. And he is little, but he's strong and fast, and I'm not ready to be putting my own head back there by his hind end yet. Just hold it, because you could see he wanted to run. And then when he relaxes, I take it off. I'll hold it. Hold it. Good. Rub him a little bit. Take it off. So even though we did end on a good note today, the video did not catch more after this. My phone filled up again. But I get a hold of that right back leg with the whip and rub it around on his tail, and he does, just jump forward and gets away. But I got him back later, and we had a good ending to it.